Hi, I am Neeraj Patnaik. I have done my masters from NIT Warangal in mathematics and scientific computing. I have 3 years of experience, and currently I am working in Akash Institute as a maths faculty. Okay, so today I will explain quadratic equation. Okay, in this chapter, two topics we have. In that topics, students are getting more problems. Okay, that is location of the root and sign of the expression. Okay, but before explaining that, I will give some idea about quadratic equation. Okay, after that I will explain that these two topics only. Okay, so my topic is quadratic equation. Okay, so first we will see what is quadratic equation. Okay, so the expression of the type ax square plus bx plus c, this is called quadratic expression. Okay, if a is not equal to 0 and a comma b comma c can be any constant that belongs to R, can be any real number. Okay, so this expression ax square plus bx plus c, this is called quadratic expression. Okay, this is expression, not equation. Okay, so this is quadratic expression. Okay, so now this is quadratic expression. In this a can't be equal to 0, because if a is 0 means then it will become first degree polynomial, because if a is 0 then it will be 0 plus bx plus c, that is 1 degree polynomial only. Okay, so this can't be equal to 0 in that. So now you see what is quadratic equation. If we will equate this quadratic expression is equal to 0, then this is called quadratic equation, and condition will be same only, a can't be equal to 0 in that, and b a comma b comma c should be belongs to R, it can be any constant in that. Okay, then this is called quadratic equation. Okay, now you see, if suppose we have any quadratic equation, then quadratic equation means what that is second degree polynomial. Okay, so it means the degree of that polynomial, that is 2 only. If we have any polynomial, okay, and the degree of that polynomial is n, then we will get exact n roots we will get for that. Same for this also, this is second degree polynomial. If now this is second degree polynomial means what, we will get exact 2 roots for that. Okay, so that roots are, now I'm giving that formula only. Okay, roots will be minus b plus minus root of d divided by 2a. Okay, and capital D, that is discriminant, and this is b square minus 4ac. Okay, now this is the value of that capital D. So by using this formula we can find the value of root of any quadratic equation. Okay, yeah, this is roots. Now we will see what is the nature of the roots. Okay, nature of the roots. Nature of the roots means what? Nature of the roots means roots can be real, roots can be equal. Okay, and roots can be imaginary also, roots can be real also. Now you see, by using this formula, minus b plus minus root of d divided by 2a, by using this formula we are finding the value, we are finding the roots of any quadratic equation. Okay, it means in this you see now a comma b comma c all are belongings to R, all are real number only. Okay, and a can't be equal to 0 in that. Okay, so and d is what, d is b square minus 4ac. If a b c are real, then b square minus 4ac, this is also real only. Okay, now this is also real quantity. Now you see in that, but this d is in the under root. Now if this d value is negative, then it will give imaginary values, because suppose d is minus 5. If d is minus 5 means what, it will be minus b plus minus root of minus 5 divided by 2a, and the root of minus 5 means what, minus root of minus 5 means it will be iota root 5. Okay, so it will give imaginary roots at that condition. Okay, so in this now I am writing all 3 conditions. If d is positive, then if d is positive, d means b square minus 4ac. If this is positive, if d is positive means what, minus b plus minus root of positive value divided by 2 into a. Okay, now this will give real and real roots. Now roots will be real only, because if d is positive, if this value root of d, if this is positive means what, it will be, means roots will be real only. If roots are real in that, d is positive, roots are real, then roots will be distinct also, because first you take plus sign, then you take negative sign, you will get different roots now. So in this condition, d is greater than 0, then roots will be real and distinct. Real and distinct. Okay, same now in case 2, if d is equal to 0. Now you see, if this d value is 0, if this d value is 0, now you see that x is equal to minus b plus minus root of 0 divided by 2a. Now roots will be minus b by 2a. We are getting roots, but it is plus minus 0 is coming in that. Okay, plus minus 0 means you take plus sign, then you will get minus b by 2a. Now you take minus sign, then also you will get minus b by 2a. It means what? Roots are equal in this condition. If d is 0 means roots will be equal, and this minus b by 2a, that is real also. So in this condition, if d is equal to 0, then roots will be real and equal. Okay, these are two cases in that. Now third point, in case third. Okay, if d is negative, if d is negative, then what will happen? If d is negative means it will be minus b plus minus iota root d, because d is negative means suppose minus 2 means minus root of minus 1, that will give iota only. So minus b plus minus iota root d by 2a will come. Then roots will be imaginary in that condition. Okay, then roots will be imaginary. Okay, this is the nature of the roots. Okay, yeah. Now next topic, this is like important topic in that. Now what is the graph of a quadratic expression? Okay, graph okay. So first I am writing that quadratic expression only, that is a x square, okay, y that is equal to fx, that is ax square plus bx plus c, in that a can't be equal to 0 and a comma b comma c belongs to r. Okay, this is the condition for that. Now you see, this is the quadratic expression now. Okay, now like what is the graph of this any quadratic expression? Okay, so before plotting the graph of any quadratic expression, we will have to see the sign of x square. Okay, what is that? What is the coefficient of x square? That is positive or negative. Okay, so what is the first point in that? If a is positive or negative, okay, this, suppose we have 2x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay, now then 2 is positive in that. What is the coefficient of x square? That is 2, that is positive. If this a in this, what is the coefficient of x square? That is a only. If a is positive, then graph will be upward parabola. Okay, upward parabola. Okay, and a can be negative also. If a is negative means then it will be like this, then it will be downward parabola. Okay, so with the help of a, we can say that only these two things. If the coefficient of x square, that is positive, then upward parabola. If negative means it will be downward parabola. Okay, with the help of a, we can say that only these two things. Now second point. Okay, in second point, now you see, okay, so now we can see, now you see that if x value is 0 in that, okay, if x is 0 means y will be equal to a into 0 square plus b into 0 plus c, then y will be equal to c only. Okay, it means what we can say that if x is 0, then this graph, this expression ax square plus bx plus c, where it will intersect that y axis. Okay, because on y axis x will be 0 now. If I am taking x is equal to 0 in that, you see y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this is the function. Okay, y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Now in this, if I am taking x value 0, x value 0 means what? On y axis x value will be 0 now. So this, now we are seeing like where it will intersect, where it will cut that y axis. Okay, this is the y axis now, because on y axis only x will be 0. So now if I am taking x 0 means y will be equal to c. Now c can be anything. Okay, c can be positive, c can be negative. Okay, it depends on that expression only. Okay, so it will intersect like this only. So this point will be 0 comma c. It can be here, it can be here also in negative y. It depends on the value of c. Okay, in general I took c only. C can be positive, c can be negative. Okay, so okay, with the help of that, if x is 0, then we can tell like if any equation is given, okay, any quadratic expression is given, then we can tell like where it will intersect that y axis. Okay, you just substitute in place of x0, you will get that point. Okay, now yeah, now third point is vertex point. Okay, if any expression is there, we have that is ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, a can't be equal to 0 and a comma b comma c are constant in that. Okay, I am not writing that condition here. Okay, now vertex point means what? Okay, this point is called vertex point. And what is the coordinate of that vertex point? That is minus b by 2a and minus d by 4a. Minus d by 4a. These are the coordinate of that vertex point. Okay, this is the vertex point of any quadratic expression. Okay, and you see, now I am taking a general example. Suppose this is the graph of any quadratic equation. Okay, if this is the graph, then what we can say that, see now, this is vertex point. Now this is minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. Okay, with the help of vertex point, what we can say that, you see that now. Okay, this point, what, this point is 0 comma c only. This is alpha, this is beta. Okay, because on x-axis it is cutting, it is intersecting that x-axis. This curve is intersecting that x-axis at two places. Means what? Two roots we are getting. It means at these two values, y value is 0. Y value 0 means what? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. It means what? Two roots we are getting for that. Okay, so now you see that. Okay, so this is the, now you tell me, okay, first you tell me, if we have y-axis, what is the equation of y-axis? Equation of y-axis, that is x is equal to 0. Now suppose we have any line that is parallel to the y-axis, this line, you see this line now. Okay, this line is parallel to the y-axis. Now what is the equation of this line? Okay, see on this point, if any line we have that is parallel to the y-axis, okay, then the equation of that line will be y is equal to x is equal to k only. Okay, same in that, on this line y-axis, x is equal to 0 is the equation of this line. Same on this line, this is also parallel to the y-axis. Now tell me what is the equation of this line? It will be x is equal to, what is x coordinate in that? Minus b by 2a. Okay, this will be the equation of this line, and this line is called line of symmetry. Okay, this line is called line of symmetry. It means, line of symmetry means what? Line of symmetry means, okay, around this line we have, this is x is equal to minus b by 2a. This curve of this expression, curve of this function, it will be symmetrical around this line. Okay, it means suppose this type of graph we are getting in right hand side, same type of graph we will get in left hand side also. This is the meaning of symmetrical graph. Okay, this will be symmetrical around the line, that around which line, that is x is equal to minus b by 2a. Okay, that's why this is line of symmetry line. Okay, so this is vertex point now. Yeah, now last point, I explained that already. If d is positive, d negative, okay, it depends on a also. Now you see, if I am taking d is positive, d positive means what? D positive means, now you see, this graph will be, d positive means it will intersect that x-axis at 2 points. Because d positive means what? We will get real and distinct root. If we are getting real and distinct root, it means two roots we are getting. It means what? That graph of that expression, it will intersect that x-axis at two places. Okay, now two places means what? It can be like this or it can be like this also. It depends on that a. Now if a is positive or a is negative, a positive means it will be upward, a negative means it will be downward. Okay, now in second case, d can be equal to 0 also. If d is 0 means this graph will be like this. It will touch that x-axis at single point only. Or it can be like this also. If a is positive, you will get upward, a negative, you will get downward. Same in third case, d can be less than 0 also. Now you think, if d is negative means what? It will not touch that x-axis, because we are not getting any real root for that. It means if we are not getting any real root, it means what? If we are not getting any real root means what? It will not touch that x-axis. It will not intersect that x-axis at any point. So it will be like this now. If a is positive, then it will be like this. A negative means this will be x-axis. Okay. If a negative means this will be like this. It will not touch that x-axis now. Okay. So with the help of these 4 points, we can plot any graph, any expression. Okay. If any quadratic expression we have, we can plot the graph with the help of these 4 points only. Okay. So now I am taking one example. Okay. Then we will see like how we'll plot the graph of that expression. Okay. I am taking function that is y is equal to, so x square minus 5x plus 6. I am taking simple example only. Okay. Because we know what are the root of that. That is 2, 3. Okay. Now you see, what is the coefficient of x square here? What is a here? A is 1. And what is b here? That is minus 5. And what is c here? That is 6. Okay. So now you see, a is 1 in that, and that 1 is positive only. So a is positive. A positive means what? Graph will be like this, upward now. Okay, graph will be upward. Now you see, if I will substitute in place of x0, then what we will get? Y is equal to 6. It means on y-axis, it will be like this now. It will be like this. Then this point will be 0, 6. Okay, now. Okay, now with the help of these two things, I got this thing only now. Okay. Now what we will have to see? What is the value of d? What is the value of d here? D will be b square minus 4ac. Okay, what is b in that? Minus 5 whole square. Minus 4 into a is 1 and c is 6 in that. So 25 minus 24, that is equal to 1. D is positive. D positive means what? It will intersect that x-axis at 2 points. Okay, now because D positive means we will get real and distinct root. Okay, yeah. Now D positive done. Okay, yeah. And one more thing we can find here, vertex point. If you want, we can find that vertex point also, or like we will have to find roots also here. What is the roots? What are the roots for that? Alpha is equal to 2 and beta is equal to 3. Okay, 2 comma 3 are the roots for that. If you want, you can use that formula also, minus b plus minus root of d by 4a, d by 2a. Otherwise, what we can use here, you see, like 2 is satisfying this. 2 is satisfying means what we can write in place of that? See, 2 means 4 minus 20, 4 minus 10 plus 6. It will be now 4 minus 10 plus 6. 6 plus 4, that is 10 only. So 2 is the root of that. We can see that. If 2 is the root for that, now what we can write, see, this is x square only. For x square, I will have to multiply x with x. Okay, then only we will get x square. And for this constant term, we will have to multiply that 2 with constant term only. Then only we will get constant term now. So this is plus 6. So now I will have to write plus 3 here. Okay, now because if I will multiply minus 2 and minus 3, then only we will get plus 6. Okay, so like that also we can split that. Okay, we can find the factor of that. So now it will be equal to 0 means what? X is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. We will get 2 roots for that. Okay, okay, now 2 roots we are getting for that. 2 roots means now you see that graph. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Okay, now this is now 2, this is 3 now, and this point is 0,6 here. Okay, this is one root, this is another root for that. Now if you want, you can find that vertex point also. What is vertex point in that? That is minus b comma 2a. This is minus b by 2a and minus d by 4a. Okay, what is the value of b here? What is the value of b? Minus 5. Okay, so vertex point will be b is minus 5 divided by 2 into 1. Okay, now because a is 1 in that, comma minus d. What is d in that? D is 1 divided by 4 into 1. Okay, so now minus will become plus in that. Then b will be minus will become plus only. Then 5 by 2 comma minus 1 by 4. And you can see this point will be 5 by 2 comma minus 1 by 4. Okay, what is minus 1 by 4? If you are not able to remember that also, you can see that is minus b by 2a. Now you substitute that minus b by 2a in that equation. Okay, in that expression of ax square plus bx plus c. Then you will get, this is what? This is y value at this point of that function. Okay, this is y value only. Then that also you can find that. Okay, yeah. Now this is the vertex point. And what is the equation of that line of symmetry? It will be x is equal to 5 by 2. Okay, now this is line of symmetry. Okay, so like this we can plot the graph of any quadratic function. Okay, yeah. Now next topic, that is sign of the expression. Sign of the expression, and that expression is y is equal to fx, that is ax square plus bx plus c only. Okay, in that a can't be equal to 0 and a comma b comma c can be any constant belonging to R. Okay, now we are seeing what is the sign of that expression. Okay, what will be the sign of this? Okay, sign means it will be positive or it will be negative. Okay, so now you see, if just before I explain that what is the graph of that expression. Okay, graph means you see, if d is positive, d positive means we are d positive or a positive I am taking. Okay, d positive and a also positive, then graph will be upward now, and it will touch that x-axis at 2 points. Now you see it will be upward because d positive and a positive. Upward means before alpha. Okay, before alpha that is positive, after beta positive, but between alpha and beta that is negative. Expression means y values we are seeing in that. Okay, now when y is positive, y is becoming positive, and y is becoming negative in that. Okay, we are seeing that only. Okay, now you see in that, in case 1 what I am taking in that. Okay, in this case 1, if d is positive, okay, so in this also I am taking cases now. If d positive, now in that a also positive. Okay, now see, if d is positive and a is also positive, then this type of graph we will get. D positive means 2 real and distinct root we will get. A positive means parabola will be upward only. Okay, yeah. Now see, if d positive and a positive, then if this is alpha and beta are the roots of that. Okay, let us take alpha and beta are the roots. Okay, so now you see this is y-axis. So before alpha, this y value is positive now, because if this is the y-axis, see, okay, this is y-axis. Okay, now before alpha, always it will be positive only. Between alpha and beta it will be negative. At alpha and at beta it will give 0 only. Okay, now so what we can say that here, fx when it will be positive, when it will be negative, and when fx will give 0. Okay, we will have to see that thing only. If fx will be positive for all x is belonging to, when it is giving positive value, tell me minus infinity to alpha union beta to infinity. Okay, now, and when it is giving negative value, x is lying between alpha to beta. Okay, now, and when it is giving 0 at alpha comma beta, you can see here, okay, between alpha and beta y values are negative, means fx will be negative. What is fx in that? Fx is y only. Okay, this is fx. Okay, now, yeah, this is in case 1, this is if a is positive in that. Okay, now what I am taking, if now a can be negative also. You see that graph only, with the help of graph only we can say that these things. Okay, if a is negative means what? It will be downward parabola. D positive means at 2 points, at 2 distinct points it will intersect that x-axis. Okay, now you see this is alpha, this is beta. Now before alpha y negative, after beta y negative, but between alpha and beta y is giving positive values. Okay, it means if fx is positive for all, when it will, fx will be positive if x is belonging to alpha comma beta, because between alpha and beta only this is positive. And when it will be negative for all x is belonging to minus infinity to alpha union beta to infinity. And when it will give 0 if x is equal to alpha and beta. Okay, at alpha and beta it will give 0. Okay, now you see, now I want to combine these two things. Okay, okay, see now this case 1, if d is positive. Okay, so I'm writing now a into f of k, or I am taking f of x only. Okay, or it will be less than 0 for all x is belonging to between the root, alpha and beta are the roots. Okay, okay, now you see that a into f of x will be less than 0 for all x is belonging to alpha and beta, means any number, x can be any number, this is lying between the roots, then a into f of x will be less than 0. This is important. Okay, okay, now, yeah, in location of the root it will like, it is very important in that. Okay, I will explain this thing in that also. So if x is lying between alpha and beta, then a into, what is a in that? A is the coefficient of x square. A into fx, what is fx? That is quadratic expression only, that is ax square plus bx in bx plus c. So a into fx will be less than 0. Okay, now see now, okay, see if x is lying between alpha and beta, suppose a is positive, a positive means fx will be positive into fx, that is fx only. So fx we can divide with the positive number, no? Then fx will be, we have to find the sign of that expression. What is that expression? That is fx only. So if a is positive means, suppose a is 5, if a is 5 means 5 into fx will be less than 0, then fx will be less than 0 only, you divide with the 5. So you see now between alpha and beta, if a is positive, and between alpha and beta fx will be negative. You see here, it will be negative only if a is positive. If a is negative means, suppose minus 2, you divide with the minus 2. If we are dividing with any negative number, then inequality sign will change. Okay, now, so fx will be greater than 0 if a is negative, then fx will be greater than 0 between alpha and beta. You see here, it will be greater than 0 between alpha and beta if a is negative. Understood? So that, like, we can kill up also these two things. Okay, now next point, that is a into fx. It will be greater than 0 for all x is belonging to minus infinity to alpha union beta to infinity. Okay, same, if a positive means it will be positive for that, a negative means it will be negative for that. Okay, and fx will give 0 if x is equal to alpha comma beta. At these 2 points it will be 0. Okay, this second point also you can see here, if a is positive means fx will be greater than 0 for alpha, and see this type of graph we will get, then before alpha, after beta, fx will be positive only. If a negative means fx will be less than 0, because if you will divide with negative number, then inequality sign will change now. Then fx will be less than 0 for this. Less than 0 means a negative means this only. So less than 0 means before alpha and after beta. Okay, so this is the sign of the expression if d is positive. Okay, now in second case, what I am taking, if d is less than 0. Okay, if d is less than 0, then what will that? If d is less than 0, then you tell me if d is less than 0. Okay, now if d is less than 0 means what? d less than 0 means now in that also if a can be positive or a can be negative also. Okay, now if a is positive, first I am taking if a positive, graph a positive means graph will be upward, d negative means what? It will not intersect that x-axis now. So this type of graph we will get. Now you see this is the x-axis whole, like for all values of x, fx will be positive only. See this is what, this is y is equal to fx now. So always it is positive only. So fx will be positive for all x belonging to R. Okay. Same if a is negative, a negative means this graph we will get. Then fx will be always negative for all x belonging to R. So this thing also we can write a into f of x will be greater than 0. It can't be equal to 0. Greater than 0 for all x belonging to R. Now you see in that if a is positive, a positive means what? Suppose a is 2, then 2 into fx greater than 0 means what? Fx will be greater than 0. It means this will hold only. If a is negative means fx will be less than 0. Then this will come. Okay. Yeah. Now case third. Case third. D can be 0 also. If D is 0 means what? It will touch that x-axis at only single point. Okay now. So in this also if A is positive then we will get this type of graph. Okay. This is the like equal root we will get in this condition. Okay. So at only one point it will touch that x-axis. So what we can say that here fx will be greater than equal to 0 for all x belonging to R. Same in if A can be negative also in that. If A is negative means we will get this graph. Okay, we will get this. So here what we can say that fx will be less than equal to 0 for all x is belonging to R. Okay, this thing we will get. So now also for this also we can say that fx will a into fx will be greater than, equal sign will come in that. Okay, for all x belonging to R. This thing also we can say that here. Okay, if a is positive means fx will be greater than equal to 0, then we will get this first case. If a is negative means this one we will get. Okay. So this is sign of the expression. Okay. Now you see in this a into fx is greater than 0 is coming in that. In this also a into fx is greater than 0 is coming. But in this only first case this is coming. A into fx less than 0 for all x is belonging to alpha and beta. Okay now. So in this condition what we can say that it means if we have two roots of any quadratic expression, that is alpha and beta. If I am taking any point between the roots, then what we can say that a into fx will be less than 0. This is very important in that location of the root. Okay, yeah, this is very important topic in that. So if I'm saying like two roots we have, okay, if any number we know that is lying between the root, then what we can say that a into fx will be less than 0. Okay, this thing we can say. Okay.